From NBC News, this is Today's Take with Al Roker, Natalie Morales, and Willie Geist.
Before the break, we asked you to guess who said this. If you show up at the right place at the right time and you put in a lot of time, effort, and energy, you're going to get something out of it. Was it A, Seacrest, B, Marissa Mayer, or C, Mark Zuckerberg?
And the answer is A, Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan.
I seem to have worked for him. But what's the secret to finding your success?
Well, here with some guidance are Dr. Susan Bialy, a medical doctor and life coach, and Michael Woodward, a.k.a. Dr. Woody, an executive coach trained in organizational psychology. Good morning to both of you.
Hey, guys.
Those of us who know Ryan Seacrest know how hard he works, not just being in the right place at the right time, but has like many, many jobs. What nugget do you think we can take away from what he is telling us? It's not just that luck.
Well, I think it's, he says being at the right place, but also remember, successful people are doers and they put themselves in the right places. And they relentlessly pursue passion. They find that thing that they're excited about and they go after it relentlessly, nonstop, and they always do what they say they're going to do.
Susan, you look at another angle of this, too. People who are pursuing success, it can take a toll on them from a health point of view, actually.
Yes, absolutely. When you think about success, traditionally we think of long hours, working really hard, making tons of sacrifices. And then what can happen is when you get to where you want to go, your life is a complete disaster, and so is your health. So I really encourage people to look at the whole big picture of success, that it's not just about material achievements, that you want your relationships intact. You want to actually think of the long run as well. Health practices like exercise, sleep, eating the right things for the long haul.
Don't you have to, though, in a sense, define what success is and be realistic about it?
Absolutely. You don't want to be keeping up with the Joneses because that becomes unrealistic and it's not you. You have to be genuinely yourself. But also what successful people do is they set a vision and they go after it, but they create a roadmap, because one of the things that are stressful and cause that pain for people is dealing with uncertainty. So they define their own certainty by creating that roadmap and sticking to it.
Let's look at another quote here. Founder CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, said, "Move fast, be bold, focus on impact." Does that sound good to you, Dr. Woody?
That sounds like that relentless pursuit of passion, but also being bold and getting yourself out there. Because remember, Thomas Edison tried, what, 1,000 times to get the light bulb?
Take the risk,
he kept after it. Right.
Let's look at another quote. Marissa Mayer, President and CEO of Yahoo, has said, "I think it's important to send the message you don't have to give up your femininity in order to be in a male-dominated space like the internet." Another powerful woman, Vera Wang, the great designer, said, "I was always taught that anyone should be able to pursue their dream and that the biggest crime is not to try. That made me motivated, and I didn't want to wonder what could have happened." Does that sound right to you?
Both of them do, absolutely. The femininity thing that was referred to, I think that's very much just about being yourself. It's like, for me as a physician, that tends to be a very masculine field, yet the way I've achieved success is actually being a flamenco dancer who is also a doctor. So I really encourage people to be themselves and not try to be what other people want you to be.
You look gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah, we're mesmerized by that photograph. Sorry, what were you saying?
Are you a ventriloquist on the side?
No, but I am definitely not a dancer, I can tell you that. We talked about no exhibitions here on flamenco.
And really quickly, Dr. Woody, you say 2 quick points. Brand pitch. You say it's important to know your brand and not be afraid to tap friends and family.
Always. Well, first of all, remember, most of our contacts are so fleeting, whether it's a momentary conversation at a cocktail party or 140 characters on Twitter. So you've got to know your brand, your message, get it out there quickly. And it's all about getting across your credibility, your value, and what's different about you and sets you apart.
So he's got Woody stitched into his cuff.
Yeah,
Look at
there
this
you
guy.
go.
Just in case he forgets.
Yeah.
He looks down and goes, "You won't do it."
He knows his brand and he wears it
He's
well.
owning
Can you show us a
brand.
step or two, Doc?
Oh,
All right.
flamenco.
Wow.
Oh, Dr. Susan Bialy and Michael Woodward, thank you so much. Coming
Thank
up
you.
next.